Welcome to this Solidworks tutorial of engine assembly guys. In this video I will explain you how to assemble all of these parts. By the way, I have explained and modeled all of these parts in my previous tutorials. I will provide the link in description if you want to model all of these parts. So let's begin. This time, since we are making the assembly file, so click on assembly and click OK. By default this window will get appeared. So here we have to select crankshaft that we have already modeled and click open. So we are going to place it here. Change the background to plain white for better visualization. Now right click here and open this part as a separate part file because we are going to give it some appearance for better visualization. So I'm giving this appearance. By the way, this is an optional step. Press Ctrl S button and cross it. So we are back into the assembly file again. Now click on right plane and click on sketch. Before assembling any other part, I am making the sketch for reference. So there are other planes which you can make a sketch on it. This is also fine, but this plane is incorrect. So it's better for you to check the planes. So any of the plane which give you this view is correct one. So select here center line and click on origin, make a horizontal and a vertical line. Press escape button, select this line, make it as horizontal, and select this line, make it as vertical. So I have assigned these two relations. Now I am making these vertical lines. Make sure that these lines are not touching the body of the crankshaft. Although these are not vertical, but we can make it vertical later. So make it four more lines and make relation vertical. As you can see, I'm giving all of these lines vertical relation so that they are perpendicular lines at 90 degree. So here select smart dimensioning tool and here specify the distance between these 2 points. The line from the origin as 91. The distance from these two lines is 114. Again 114, and for the third time 114. So you can assign these dimensions, and finally this dimension, the distance from this line to this line is 150 millimeter. So we are done with it. Exit the sketch. And as you can see, as soon as we exit the sketch, we cannot see the sketch. In order to see the sketch, we have to click on this I button. And now we are going to make the horizontal line as the axis for the crankshaft. And intentionally, I'm going to make a mistake here. Click on mate and select this shaft and this horizontal line, and we are going to make here concentric mate and click OK. And as you can see, SolidWorks is not allowing us to make this mate, so press cross button. Basically this is fixed, the crankshaft is fixed, so right click here and click on float, and now it can move. Okay, now this mate should work. So click on mate, and in this window, by chance if any other part is selected, you can click here and delete it. Select this shaft here and select this horizontal line, and this can be coincident mate, but we want concentric mate in order to make the axis. Check this box, and as you can see, let me show you, when we rotate it, it is the axis, but this shaft is moving on this axis. So in order to fix it, we are going to click on mate, select this point and this line, make relation coincident this time, and check this box. Now when we are going to rotate this crankshaft, it is going to be perfectly rotating on this horizontal axis. Okay, now click on insert component and select all of these components except the crankshaft and click open. Now place all of these components like this by clicking here in this window. Okay, so all of these components are placed. Now before assembling it, I am opening these parts separately and assigning all of these parts some color. Click yes, right click here, open this part as a separate part file, assign it any color you like. I'm assigning this one, and after that you can press Ctrl S button and save this part and cross the window. Okay, so I am repeating all this step again for all of these parts. You can save it Okay, now all of these parts have been assigned the color, and I'm going to rotate this shaft so that it can fix into the hole of the piston. Click on mate and then click on advanced mate, and here we have the width mate. So in this window we are going to select the two opposite side of this shaft, and in the next window, which is this one, we are going to select this side of the piston and this side, and check this box. Now horizontally they are aligned. Okay, click on mate again, and this time select this outer body of the shaft and inner side, inner face of the hole, and check this box. Okay, and now select rotate component and flip the orientation of the piston. Okay, now click on mate and select the circular surface of this o-ring and the circular surface of the piston. Now move the piston or move the o-ring so that they are not coinciding. Now select this bottom face of the o-ring and this flatter edge and check this box. Now although we can hold the control button from the keyboard and drag this o-ring and attach some mates, but I am not going to do this. We have a shortcut. Drop down this menu and select copy with mates. And in this window, I am going to select the o-ring, then press next button from here, and here we have to select coincident. So I am selecting any circular face of this piston, and in this window I am going to select this flatter surface and check this box. So this is a shortcut. Okay, I'm going to repeat the same step in order to attach the third ring. Click on next button. Here we have the coincident. I'm selecting the circular face, and here I'm going to select this flatter edge and cross the window. Okay, so now I'm going to attach the connecting rod with the piston. So click on mate, and here we have the width made in advanced. I'm going to select this face and this face of the connecting rod, and this face and this face of the piston. Check this box from here, and now click on mate again. This time I'm going to select the shaft and the internal face of the connecting rod. Okay, and now finally we are going to assemble this part. So we can rotate it in order to give it correct orientation. Okay, so as you can see, these holes are incorrect, so I'm opening this part as a separate part file. Select this face, click on sketch. Because the holes are not fully created, click on circle and create a circle here, and similarly from center point to this point, go to feature, select extruded cut, and here select through all so that we can get a through hole, and check this box from here. Press Ctrl S button and we can cross this part. Now this is correct. So select this hole and this face of the hole for the connecting rod and check this box, and similarly we are going to do the same procedure for the other hole. uh, Click on mate and select inner surface of the connecting rods hole and this parts hole, and check this box from here. Now we are going to make the surfaces, so select this surface and select this surface, make relation coincident, and check the box. So we are done with it. Now I am going to assemble all of that sub assembly. So select this inner surface and the outer surface of the crankshaft, and here we have the advanced mate. So click on width mate and select opposite surfaces of this connecting rods face, and since I am going to assemble it here, so I'm going to select this face and this face, and it will get assembled like this. Okay, now I'm going to rotate it And since, as you can see, the orientation for the piston is not correct, so we can make it right. For that, click on mate, and in this window I'm going to select the outer circular surface of the piston and this line, make relation coincident, and check the box. Now if I rotate it, it must work correctly, and as you can see, it is working correctly. Okay, now I'm going to use the same concept of copy with mates in order to uh, assemble all of these parts. So it has to be assembled here. So I'm selecting a copy with mates, and in this window I'm going to select all of these parts and make sure all of these parts are blue except the crankshaft. If any of the parts is missing, then it will not allow you to complete the mate. Click on next, and here we have three options. So first option is concentric, and it should be this surface, and the next is width. So I'm selecting the two opposite surfaces since I'm going to assemble it here. So this is the first surface and this is the second one. Here we have the concentric again, so we are going to select this line and check the box. So it's assembled here. Let me show you, it's working properly. And now we are going to repeat the same procedure in order to assemble the rest of the parts. So select copy with mates. In this window I'm going to select all of this part, and again make sure select the shaft as well. Again make sure that you have selected all of these parts. Click on next, and here we have the concentric. So select this face, and in the width I'm selecting these two opposite surfaces, and in the third one I'm selecting this vertical line. Okay, and finally we are left with the fourth one. So again I'm using the same procedure. Make sure to select all of these parts including the shaft, but you are not going to select the crankshaft. So here we have the concentric. Since I'm going to assemble this one into here, so I'm selecting this surface. For the width I'm going to select the opposite surfaces of these two, and finally this line. So it's assembled it here correctly. And this is all for this video, guys. In the next video I'm going to create animation and exploded views. So see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.